Okay, so I'm not quite sure how to start these yet. But I want to talk about this past week first. Um, so Monday we had a birthday. Tuesday was my birthday, July 31st. And one of the days I want to talk about is Wednesday, Chick-fil-A Day. Now, some people are like, oh, screw Chick-fil-A, and, talking all this bad stuff about Chick-fil-A. And one of the reasons why is because the owner of Chick-fil-A, I don't quite know the full question. The question was, do you believe, what's his values on marriage? But I do know he said he believed in traditional marriage, and he doesn't believe in divorce. So, I guess, Chicago, I believe, or one of the big cities had a problem with that because they felt that he was saying he didn't believe in gay marriage, which, the man didn't say. And if you want to hint that, then, go ahead, because, he did not say that, he hated gays or anything, but he did say traditional, and gay marriage is not traditional. So I guess you can say he's not a supporter of gay marriage. But, to his defense, he didn't say he hated gay people. So the way people took it was, he said he hated gay people. I was also talking to one of these guys, and he was like, if you're not a supporter of gay marriage, then you hate gays. And I was like, that's not really all that true, because let's say like a kid's mom is a crackhead, okay? He's not going to support her crack habits. Of course not. No one's going to support crack habits. If your mom or your aunt was a crackhead, you're not going to support her crack habits. But does that mean you don't love her? No. So just because you don't support gay marriage doesn't mean you don't like gay people. I mean, I'm sure, everybody has, well, not everybody, let me rephrase that. Some people have gay friends who don't support gay marriage. I'm one of them. I can't support gay marriage. I have nothing against gay people. Live your life, the way you want to. If you want to live the motto of the YOLO, live every life, whatever. But, and before I go any further, my last entry, the little last names things, it's like, I don't know, like 5:30 in the morning, but, I do know my last names. Harissa Williams married James Williams. I did see my nephew this past weekend, last weekend, Ox, James Williams Jr., or the third, I believe. But, handsome guy, can't wait till he gets older. My sister Maria Harris married Rob Harris, had 2 daughters, Alea and Anaya Harris. They got a cat, his name is Alvin. Just found this out, I think, Friday. So, congratulations to them. I believe today is the 8th. I'm not sure, but it's early morning Sunday, so you can do the math. If Tuesday was the 31st, just look on your calendar or add up the days or whatever. I don't got time for that. Also, cousin Leon stays with them. My grandfather's still in the hospital. Today I made plans to go see him, though I have work early, but no one texts me back, more information about that. But that's irrelevant to this whole entry. So back to the whole situation of the gays. To be honest, I'm just kind of tired of gay people playing the victim. No offense, and I say no offense to anything I may say. It's still, I'm just freedom of speech. It's America, and I don't really want any hate. I'm sure some, people are gonna hate me, straight or gay. But and the dude's defense was, it's hard for him because the people that's supposed to love you also turn their back on you when you go that route. And I'll admit, I'm not gay, but being gay has to be a hard path to choose. It's one less followed, though you have many supporters and on that path, and on the other side being straight. But there was really no reason for everybody to get all rah-rah about that. He did say he didn't support divorce, but you didn't see any people who were divorced or got married more than once yelling at him, saying he hate people who are divorced. I'm sure if a gay person fill out an application to Chick-fil-A, they'll get the job. You know, he ain't turning no gay people down on Chick-fil-A. So, I mean, so to the guy's defense, you know, just chill. You know, people just chill out a little bit. You're taking it over the top. I know emotions flare. Everybody wants to be the victim of some kind. You know, people feel like they're being picked on nowadays in the economy. But, I mean, the guy was asked a question. He answered it honestly. Would you rather him lie, like, you know, presidents and people in political, you know, parties and stuff? No, you want him to tell the truth. I mean, I'd rather a guy tell the truth than lie and then, you know, go back and do something else. At least he was honest, so you can respect him. If you choose not to go to Chick-fil-A no more, hey, don't go. But I do know one thing. He had a lot of supporters on Wednesday. You know, Glenn Beck was his radio station. Look Glenn Beck up. You know, if you look him up on the radio, I like the radio station more than I like his TV broadcast. But he's pretty funny. Him and his friends are pretty funny. You know, it was yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, they were pretty on Chick-fil-A. But if you watch TV, it's more serious because he only has an hour. But the radio podcast, it's pretty long. You can listen to the whole thing if you want to. But you know, that's up to you. But so shout out to GB. Much love to you, Glenn Beck. But yeah, so the divorce thing, you know, you didn't see no divorced people. And now the quote that I'm gonna start off with. Okay, now that we're getting into, you know, deeper into things, I just want to put that stuff out there. Is if you marry a clown, you get a circus, or if you go with a clown, you're gonna get a circus. That came from my dad. I was telling him and my stepmom, Miss Judy, about this, and you know, that was one of the things. I was like, you know, you marry a clown, you're gonna get a circus. So so to interpret that for you guys, you know, if you marry someone who's unorganized, they're gonna be unorganized. Unorganized and unorganized doesn't make organized. Makes a mess. Okay? Someone who is organized and someone who's not organized get together. It's going to be hard for the person who's organized versus the person who's unorganized, because every time the person who's unorganized does something, it's unorganized, and the person who's usually organized has trouble, you know, coping with that because everything is unorganized. A lot of stuff going on there. So let me put it in the clown, you know. So a clown works for the circus. If you marry a clown, their major job is the circus. Who's the clown's friends going to be? Circus people. So you marry a clown, circus is going to be right there. It's going to be crazy, you know. And if you're really committed to the clown, you gotta support the clown. So the way to support a clown is the circus. See where that's going? So to put it in real life terms, you marry a guy who's a joke. You're gonna get a joke for a relationship. You know, things aren't gonna fit, and you're gonna be mad. And then when you're mad, and one day and you're asking God, or you know, talking to yourself, why am I in this situation? Because you married a clown. You married a joke. You marry a liar. What are you gonna get? Lies. You marry a thief. You're gonna get a life of thievery. You know, people know these things. So if you marry a clown, you're gonna get a circus. So you know, whatever you marry, that's what you're gonna get out of it. Okay. So girls, don't marry no guy, you know, who's all about the game. Guys, don't marry no crazy chick, because it's gonna be a crazy life. And you may not be able to predict the circus, you know, how bad the circus is gonna be, but the circus will be there no matter what. Can't predict the day. Circuses aren't held every day, but they are held. So going into that, the topic of my podcast, or you know, whatever this thing is called, number 2 is relationships. So I'm gonna have my next few whatever is gonna be split between girls and boys. I'm gonna talk. The first one's gonna be about the females, because I'm tired. I really am tired of hearing them talk. You know, I know us as guys are too, the real guys, and I know, you know, the real women are tired of hearing them talk too. And I've been thinking, like, how am I gonna say this without getting blasted after I post this? I mean, but you know, there's no way around it. You know, sometimes the truth hurts. So, ladies, this section is gonna be for you, and then I'll Don't worry, I'll get the guys too. But you know, the guys probably ain't gonna be as bad. Not because I am a guy. It's just that ours is more responsibility and commitment, stuff of mental nature. You guys are mental, emotional, physical. You guys are all that, and it all starts at one place, in your head. So, getting into that, we're gonna start. I posted this on Facebook. Not my old Facebook, my new one. It's more like top secret. I only got like a few friends on there because it's not everybody's business, and that should go on to everybody. Facebook is not everybody's business, so please don't post everything. And you know, that's how people get stuff started. But I shouldn't have to tell you that. We're all adults. If you have a Facebook account, you should know that. And they even tell you that. So, you know, and Twitter, same thing. But it's called the 75-25 rule. So, does everybody know what 75 plus 25 equals? Anybody? Yep, correct. Or wrong. You got it wrong. Hope you're in elementary school, and if you're not, then you might not want to watch this because you might be a little on the slow side. But yeah, 75 plus 25 equals 100. 75% plus 25% equals 100%. For a relationship, takes 2 to tangle. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Why do I say 4? Because you have your mom and your dad. Okay, their mom and their dad. So that's 4. 4 divided by 2 is those two had you and her. So in a relationship, I know you're probably like, what does that have to do with anything? But I'll get there. In a relationship, the base 100%. Okay. Between you and her, guy and girl, okay, it's gonna take the guy 75%, the girl 25%. Women should never go above 25%. Ladies, if you find yourself committing more than 25%, then leave the guy because he's not worth it. There's no such thing as a 50-50. My friend in college, his name's gonna remain anonymous. He was bending a lot. He probably went like 300%, and it seemed to be worth it. Hopefully, you know, him and his girl stay together for a while. But that's true love. She, you know, from what I hear, didn't bend so much. She might have given like 2%, but you know, I didn't want to tell him this at the time because it was a hard time. But I did tell him, I was like, you know, keep going. You reap what you sow, bear your fruit. So, yeah, ladies. So if you find yourself bending more than 25%, leave that guy. Guys should always go 75 or more, not less. So, you know, no matter what, that's the rule. And the reason why I said the parents, because 4 25s equal 100. When you do get into a relationship, it is acquired that you all meet each other's parents. Okay? So that's the 100% getting broken back down to its 4 parcels. The girl should meet the guy's parents. Step, parents, aunt, uncle, whoever the care provider is, you should meet them. And you still should have them meet your parents, even if they're not in your life and you despise them, unless there's like some ridiculous reason where like they're deceased, or you know, forget embarrassment. He has to accept you the way you are in your lifestyle. You don't want to hold no surprises. Big surprises, at least. Small surprises, you might want to wait till after you're married. You might want to hit them up with a bunch of big things. Some people say, you know, hit them up with the big things after they're married. Don't do that. That's Mary Klein. You get a circus. So, you know, tell them the big things first. The little things can come. Not even just marriage, but after you guys are fully committed, then you can tell them some little things. Because I'm sure he has little things too. And everybody has something in the closet. Okay, that's why there's a closet. You don't go in no one's house, ain't nothing in the closet unless they just moved in. And that's for babies. Babies just moved in life. Everybody got a heck of a lot of stuff in the closet. Some stuff they don't even know is in their closet. Just like most of us don't know what's in our closet to the fullest. So, and those are probably going to be like the small things that come up later. Hopefully, you know your big things. Hopefully there's nothing big that you don't know about or you really, you know, are a clown. So, yeah. So he has to go 75%. And ladies, don't play around with this. if you feel like a guy is going 75% or above, okay, and you're going 0, he's going to bend, just like I was telling about my friend, he's going to bend all the way, until you tell him that you don't like him. Or, you just tell him. Don't play no games, don't encourage it. He's supposed to be a man so he can handle it. And just tell him, like, look, I'm really not interested in y'all like that. I just hope we can still be friends. For guys, it's different than girls. Guys still will be friends with a crush, in hopes that they can still move in. But guys, friend zone. Once in the friend zone, it's really hard to get out the friend zone. Okay, it's really hard once you start off in the friend zone. If you start off as a crush in the friend zone, you can get out. And I might draw a picture about that. I'll have that in the guy conversation. That's between us guys. But yeah, and guys, if a girl's bending to you, I know it's your nature to like, encourage that too. Please don't, because that just makes us, the right guys, look bad. And yes, if the right guys, you know what I'm talking about, and the wrong guys, you're probably laughing, ha ha ha, it's a joke. No, it's not a joke, homie. So yeah, make sure you tell them that you're not interested, because that can lead to some big problems in the future. And guys, tell the girl a different way. I'll tell you in our video how to tell the girl and ways to do it. So back to the parents. The parents should hold a big say in a relationship, unless there's bias involved. For the guys, don't let the first person your girl meet is your mom. Well, I mean, you can. My mom's not gonna be the first person my girlfriend meets, because that can be a deal breaker. Plus, my mom is biased. No offense, mom, but like, she'll probably meet like my dad first, stepmom, my sisters, all those people. Then I'll probably say my mom for last. For the ladies, as far as guys, have them meet your dad first, not the mom, because if you meet the mom first, then the dad. First of all, the dad is the head of the house, no matter how it comes down. And if he's not the head of the house, then something's really up with the relationship. No offense. Or if you live with an aunt, uncle, always meet the man in the house first, unless it's a single mom household. But always meet the head of the house first, because you don't want. Then this is for the guys. For the ladies, for the guys introducing the girls, it's better to have her start small and have her sprinkle up. And then for the guys, ladies who's having a guy meet your family, have them start at the top and trickle down, because you don't want him trickling up, because it makes him seem like he's scared. And even if he is scared, you don't want that approach. It's supposed to be a lot of respect going on, and that's why you want to meet the head of the household, usually, the man. And once he meets the man, leave. Let them two talk. I know I'm gonna have to do that, and I'm probably gonna be nervous, but I'm naturally respectful, so I probably won't really have that big of a problem. But if you're married a clown and your parents are in a circus, they're gonna tell you, like, that guy is not the one for you. And your parents, most of the time, are right. They lived what we lived through, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. But they don't expect you to drop the person like drop them like a hot potato or something. Like, well, my parents said they don't like you, so bye bye. You don't have to do all that. But you can, the 25-75 rule. Remember that. If you're a guy, start decreasing your percentage, and basically that will let her know, if she listens to this video or knows the rule, that something's going on, and she'll probably bring it up, like, you're not committing as much. That's when, guys, the 50-50 marker, okay? That's the next key point, 50-50 marker. When if a girl is interested, if you're interested in a guy, okay, and you're doing your 25%, it's okay to go above 25. If he's going his 75, it's called bonus, okay? That's why in relationships there's bonuses. So then there's like 100. We're giving it 110% in our relationship. It's basically saying, she's going 35, or guys don't get bonuses because we're naturally supposed to be the head and taken care of. So the max we can give is 100%, But again, I'm giving 110%. You're not giving 110%. You're not allowed to give 110%. You can only give 100%. Women, they're the ones that supply the bonuses because they're not supposed to give 25. Anything more than 25, guys, be happy. Okay, that's why back in the golden day, women just cooked and cleaned and took care of the kids. They didn't pay bills, didn't bring anything. They did the bare freaking minimum. Cleaned, cooked and cleaned. And in some guys' eyes, that's the great idea, the best idea. And then, you have women now who's like, that's stupid, that's dumb. And the problem with today's society, and yes, there is a problem. Women wants to take the role of a man, okay? And you're probably like, oh yeah, you're male chauvinistic. You don't believe in women's rights. No, that's not what I'm saying. Women can work. I enjoy women's sports more than guy sports. The Olympics is going on, and I'm watching more women's stuff than guys, except for Laffy or whatever that guy's name is, and Michael Phelps, beast. And so yeah. But what I'm saying is, women, when you're a single, independent, African American, white, Caucasian, any woman, okay, and you're going 100% because it's just yourself. You work hard, you get somewhere high. Okay, and you're afraid that you establish yourself, and I know, let's say you have a high stake in your agency, it's hard to back down from that, but in a relationship, you can keep that up, but when it comes to your guy, let him take care of you. Okay, don't throw stuff. That's one thing that most guys don't like is when women openly admit that they're giving more than the guy, because like I said, we can only give 100. And you guys are the ones with the bonuses. So when she's like, I'm paying bills and all that, and you throw that in his face, that's kind of discouraging. And and to be honest, that breaks. It makes the 75-25 rule harder to see because you're giving the bonus, and it's not sure if he's giving 75 or if he's giving 100%, or you're just dominating his percentage by giving 200 compared to his 100. And then that just balances out his 100, and it's like you're giving it your all. So when it comes to that relationship, just step down. I'm not saying, don't stay busy with your job. That's your job. Okay, but when it comes to him, let him, for the first couple, months, maybe a year, let him, pay the bills, put food on the table, trust him, and that's that 50-50 marker. You don't want to exactly go to that 25% yet because, you're not sure and you're independent. But, go 50-50 with the guy. 50-50 is always the key point. When a girl likes a guy and he starts backing down and you really like him, it's okay to go to that 50-50 marker and talk about it. Now, if he's not at the 50-50 and you go over 50 and you start chasing him, let him go. Let him go. Okay, you already broke the 25 marker. Okay, you're giving you're giving him your bonus. Okay, if he doesn't want your bonus, just like in school, you don't gotta do bonuses, but if he doesn't do it, let him go. It's going to be hard. Let him go. And back to the parent situation, talk about it. When he talks about his parents, and that's when you clear stuff up. That's why I said make sure there's nothing big in the closet. Okay, so he will know. So when the parents bring it up to him, he's not like, "What? Really? She didn't tell me that." And vice versa with the guys. So make sure there's nothing in the closet. And that's very important. So when a relationship is going downhill, 50-50. And don't be afraid, even when a relationship is going really well, to always go 50-50, just to make sure things, ain't going right, or are going right, and are not going wrong. And, so 50-50 is a big point. 75-25 is the relationship. Those are the only two rules. Women with, a job, you do the same thing. Keep your business up, but try not to over-dominate the guy. And you're probably like, well, if I'm over-dominating him, what's the point of being with him? Well, love is not about money, okay? And women always be like, I don't want him for his money. But, money is a big freaking role. Because you may not want him for his money, but you don't want no broke guy. Because there's a reason why people are broke. Always remember that. There's a reason why you got bad credit. There's a reason why you have no money. There's a reason why you live in your parents' house. There's a reason for everything. So, you know, if he's broke, there's a reason. There's a reason why everybody works their jobs. Okay, if you ask him, do you have a degree? And he says no, there's a reason. And those are big things that make sure you point out in a relationship. That should be the things you guys cover when you first meet. Don't let him front you like he has money and then he's a drug dealer. Because you marry a clown, you get a circus. So you marry a drug dealer, you get your drug dealer life. Okay, and drug dealers can't. Let me rephrase that. It's rare that a drug dealer can go 100%. Okay, he can give you the 75. Don't get me wrong. He can give you the 75, but it's not going to be a real accurate 75 because of the money situation. And that's when they're like, you know, money is like a curve in a relationship, and you don't really want a curve until later. But money's a curve, so the guy can be giving you 50, and the money, you know, acts like 25, and you're blinded by it. You're thinking, oh, he's giving me money, and he's buying me this, he's buying me that, and all these worldly things, those are curves. And then when he cheats on you, you're like, he cared about me. I never saw this coming. The man never cared about you. He set himself a curve. He saw your weakness, exploited it. And that's all guys are going to do. But I'm going to talk about the guys about that in our video, so don't worry. But guys probably like he's giving away secrets, or, you know, some guys don't even know they do it. And most people don't know they do it. Most people don't even know about the 75-25 rule. But, and that's why women are getting heartbroken. Now, if you have any questions about this conversation, you know, just post it, or, you know, email me at little3000jackson@yahoo.com, or, you know, I would say hit me up on Facebook, but I don't know that happening. It ain't that serious. Or just post something at the bottom of this video, wherever I post it, on YouTube or whatever. So if you have any more questions, I can make another video about it. But I want to get the video going, or, you know, move on. So, next step. And this is for women and guys, you know, feel free to tune in. Women and girls. What is the difference between a girl who calls herself a woman, acts like a woman, but is a girl, and a woman who acts like a little girl? Well, I'm here to tell you from observing these situations. Girls, here's the difference between a girl calls herself a woman and a woman who calls herself a girl. Very rarely you'll find a woman who calls herself a girl. If you do, there usually are cougars. Okay? Cougars are women who act like girls. Cougars. They'd be like, I don't like young boys, but they act like girls. You really can't be a woman until you're mature, so it's very rare that, you know, you will find a woman who acts like a girl. It's really rare. But when you do, they're a cougar. Or just, you know, a really mature young lady who still, she's young, so still has girlish tendencies, like liking Justin Bieber. Or like the Olympics. The Olympics. Oh, it's thunderstorming. Like the Olympics, that one girl, the swimmer, the backstroke girl who broke records and stuff. I'll openly admit, she's cute. Okay. Then I found out she was 17. I'm 19. I'm like, you know, no. But she's tall, and that's a big plus. I like tall girls. But that's not the only one. And I'll scratch what I just said. I don't want anybody thinking I'm biased against short girls, because, you know, I have a whole description on that, and I may not make a video about that. That's me personally. So yeah, she's a woman. Okay, she did what she had to do. She got her gold medals, and she's in high school, so she's a girl. So in that situation, that's a woman who acts, or, you know, portrays herself as a girl. You know, that's one of them, or a MILF. And any exception to those, really not gonna find that much. And they're definitely not looking for boys, because a boy might ruin their life. And for women like that, like in her situation, a boy would be someone who, if let's just say she wanted to be sexually active, or, you know, anything of that nature, a boy will probably have sex with her. A man, or, you know, or a more mature person will probably second guess that because, you know, your goal is swimming. So, you know, you may not want to be sexually active because what if you get pregnant? The Olympics happen every 4 years. And she's probably like, you know, well, I'm going to have the baby for a year. But, you know, ask any pregnant person. Getting off that hump after being pregnant is going to be so hard. You have to work that much harder. So, you know, as a man or any boyfriend of hers, you know, and she's probably not going to see this video, but, you know, anyway. But just for the women who are doing stuff like that and have a dream, and you can even test them. Just, you know, you may not be serious. Just test them and see what they do. A real person or a real guy or, you know, young man will probably be like, no, because he doesn't want to affect your future like that. And a boy probably will go for the moment and try to seize it. So, you know, watch out. And then a girl who acts like a woman, you see them all the freaking time. They walk and talk like they're a woman or mature. They dress. They think they dress nice, but really they dress for the eyes. And then the key thing, the relationships. For guys who are watching this right now and other girls who are unaware of themselves and want to move on, this is why you go through it. So you go out with a boy, okay, and he breaks your heart. And you break up with him, he cheats, whatever, you break up with him. And then you go out with another boy and he does the same thing. And you're like, all guys are the same. I find Mr. Right, or who you think is Mr. Right, and he breaks your heart. And all guys are the same. And then you hear other guys say, all guys aren't the same. And you're probably like, all guys say that. How can I tell the difference between the guys who say that? Well, I will tell you this. You're dating boys. Reason being, how I know this is because you've dated a boy. Okay? Now I have an example for you. Yeah, yes, an example. I like sweet tea. Okay? As you have it. Sweet tea. This sweet tea is Kroger brand sweet tea. And I'm going to read it. It says caffeine-free sweetened tea. So this one didn't try to front like the southern ones that they have. Southern style sweet tea. Okay? Now for a girl who has never had a man, you're not going to know the difference. Okay? Just like to a person who's not digging sweet tea, but all sweet tea is the same. Until they taste some real southern sweet tea and they're like, oh man, this is really, really sweet. And then you can differentiate the difference between real sweet tea and, you know, your different types of sweet teas like I can. But if you're growing up, let's say you grow up in Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from, in your childhood you go to Kroger's all the time. You always get Kroger brand sweet tea. And you're like, Kroger brand sweet tea is nasty. And then up the corner you have McDonald's sweet tea. You're like, McDonald's sweet tea is nasty. And Burger King sweet tea is nasty. And Wendy's and whatever store you got. Well, you remember, like, all sweet tea is nasty. You know, hey, you tasted a good bunch of sweet tea, but they're not real sweet teas. They're not freshly brewed sweet teas. These are all sweet teas that's just been quick made just for the purpose of you. Okay? And so that as a reverting that to a relationship, you're getting different types of boys. And the fact is that you're so used to getting boys that now it's just become natural to you. And if you see like a man walk by, I'm not gonna say it scares you, but it's kind of awkward. And then you start to take that awkwardness as him either being immature or careless of your feelings and stuff like that. And so you keep getting boys, your heart keeps getting broke. One day you're gonna find a man, and you're gonna be like, you know, he's different than all the other guys. And that's why women say, you know, he's different. He's so different. And then you might get a man who acts like a boy, or, you know, like just like there's women who act like girls. And then you might say he's immature. No, don't get it twisted, okay? If he's 18, 17, and he's mature for his age, he's still gonna do boyish things because he's a freaking boy. I mean, come on now. I don't know why you guys walk around here 15, 16, 17 looking for the same age person who's gonna act like he's 28. What? And then when he does act like he's 28 and he does something a 16-year-old would do, you get mad at him. I mean, come on now. not all guys are perfect. No one's perfect, because you too have flaws, and there's things that he probably doesn't like about you. Just because you're cute doesn't mean that that's the full spectrum of things. The full spectrum of things is, you know, cute, personality. Since this is my last video that y'all may not ever see, my first one or second, a smile, attitude, the ability to think and be an individual, dress, you know, all these things, hygiene. Y'all may not think it. I mean, y'all think, you know, manicures and pedicures are the same, but your hair. You guys be like, oh, my weave is fresh. Weave, keyword weave, and don't get mad. Don't misunderstand me. Natural girls, please. I don't want to be disrespectful, but please stop hating on these girls who get perms. Okay, look beautiful any way you can. Okay, there's a guy out there for every girl. There's guys out there who probably don't like perms, but then y'all cut your hair and get mad that no one wants you, because short haircuts aren't for everybody. And though you can, alright, my sister, okay, Clarissa Williams, was in a is married, okay, but when she met James Williams, okay, she had, I don't think she was natural yet. She had long, straight, you know, beautiful hair, okay. It was natural to a point. It wasn't like she got perms and stuff all the time, but she never did weave. There was no need for her to do weave. When she married him, or they was really intimate into the relationship, close to marriage, she took the natural route. Actually, she took the natural route after they got married, because in her wedding picture. So yeah, and that's cool, because he saw her with long hair. Now he sees her with short hair. And as a relationship, the 75-25 rule that I was talking about earlier, you know, he supports her in that. Because once you marry someone, you should love them through and through. Though, when she does that, she has to do the 50-50 rule and talk to him. Let him know, I'm doing this. And, you know, he will say what he thinks about it and stuff like that. You don't want to just get that stuff done. So when you guys go natural before your relationship and less attention from guys come, don't hate on the weave girls and the perm girls. Don't. And weave girls, just because you have weave don't mean you look nice. We all know there's some jacked up weave, and us as guys don't quite know the quality of weave. So other girls with weave, don't hate on a girl who gets cheap weave and looks nice, and y'all like her and her cheap weave and blah blah blah. It's cool. It's cool. We're simple. We're pretty simple beings. It doesn't take much to please us. So yeah. So just do what you do, look nice, but don't try to look too perfect. Like makeup, because when I see girls with a lot of makeup, I just want to throw hot water on them and let them melt, because that's not you. You know, basic beauty is the best beauty. 2 B's. But yeah, so you know, just. And as long as you're comfortable with yourself, that's the key thing, ladies. I'm not asking you to change yourself for a guy. You know, you should never ever do that. You should always be happy. Because like I said, a smile is the biggest thing. So if you can smile on how you look, smile and be happy. But if you feel like you have flaws, don't be afraid to fix them. Don't give in to peer pressure. If you think you're overweight, don't be afraid to lose it. But don't think you're ugly for it. That's the key thing. I'm not saying, and people have to start doing this now, explaining what they mean. I'm not saying that, you know, if you're fat, then, you know, lose weight. No, and I'm going to say like it is, if you're fat, okay, to me, there's a difference between fat and, you know, big girls, you know, big and beautiful, and then just sloppy fat, okay, big bone and fat. But if you're a fat girl and you feel happy, be happy. Don't let it be false happy now. Don't, you know, get down your whole life and be like, just because everybody's down to you, I'm happy, you know, I'm going to eat anyway. No, I mean, you know, there's unhealthy fat, okay? If you're getting tired from taking 2 steps and every time you get up you're breathing heavy, then, you know, go to the doctor. When the doctor gives you some bad news, hey, don't blame it on McDonald's, okay? Because you're the one buying McDonald's. McDonald's is doing their job. McDonald's didn't tell you to get McDonald's every single day of every single hour of every single minute. No. So, don't blame McDonald's on you getting fat and obese. And that's for the whole freaking world. I'm tired of obese people coming after McDonald's and Burger King. Like, I don't even really eat fast food no more after my appendix busted. And I was like, Taco Bell, did it. But that was from a long stretch of not eating healthy. And I stopped, eating fast food for like a while. The Chick-fil-A thing is probably like the first time I actually ate fast food, and that was just to support them, which was Wednesday. But yeah, so if you're obese, don't stop blaming them. I don't care what anybody say, okay? It ain't, when you obese, the only person's fault is yourself. Stop eating. You don't eat a Twinkie and gain 300 pounds overnight. If you gain 300 pounds from eating a Twinkie overnight, come at me, okay? Come at me and tell me. But getting obese and being fat, being 300 pounds, that comes from a line of not eating healthy and not being, not athletic, but not being in activities, working out, running, jogging. If you're eating a lot, you're gaining. So if you want to gain weight, yeah, go ahead, sit down, eat if you want to gain weight, but that's going to turn into fat. If you want to gain muscle, work out, run, cardio, stuff like that. And then skinny girls. Most of these girls these days is just toothpick skinny. It's hard to find that, perfect chick who's, in between. Big bone girls are big bone, which means, they're big, but they're beautiful, okay? They know they're big, but they still are active. They do steps to keep themselves healthy. Skinny girls, I don't know if they think they're fat and they want to lose weight, or they're afraid of getting fat. Eat something. Man, y'all be like, my metabolism fast. No, you eat once a day, okay? Don't be scared, to gain weight. See, that's the difference between guys. We gain weight and don't care, and we lose weight and don't care. So, that's cool beans. And I don't even tell you, like, when I went to college, my freshman year, I weighed like 215. And then I weighed myself in, like, yesterday, 2 days ago, I weighed like 169. I look at my pictures, and I'll probably show you this. Like, I was fat. I was a fat little kid. Like, I was way bigger. I was chubby, and I didn't even know until I was looking at my pictures now. I was like, man, why do people lie to me? No, I was freaking huge. Whoa, okay, let me stop. Before y'all think I was like some obese little kid. Nah, I wasn't obese, but I had like a really, really chubby face and stuff. But that's cool. In this video right now, I'm at 42. I'm gonna say right now, I expect y'all watch the whole video unless you're in it. You can skip around, and feel free in all my videos to just skip around and different. And I'll probably post that. Make sure you skip around if you hear something you like. But so yeah, skinny girls gain weight, big girls, But if you feel happy with yourself and truly happy, I encourage you to stay where you are. And then guys should love you for who you are. If other than that, they're not really all that into you. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Knowing that I'm at that 43 mark, and I really don't want this video to be like really, really dummy long. And I should have broke this up in separate episodes, but I just wanted to get all that out. But if you guys have anything that you need me to talk about, or want me to bring up, or have any questions for me that you want me to put in any of my other future videos, just HMU, hit me up, post it somewhere. My name, you can call me James Jackson, the 4th. For my real friends, my real name, or there's like few people in the world. For those who want to just know a name, just call me that guy. Unless if you see that guy anywhere, that's probably me. That guy, any numbers that have a 3, a 1, and a 7 or a 2. So like that guy 129 is probably me, or that guy 731 is probably me. So yeah. So just hit me up if you have any questions or anything. I'm not done with the girls. My next video will probably still be on girls. If I don't have any really big things that people want to know, I'll probably transition into the guys, and I'll probably cut a lot of other stuff out of this video that I want to talk about. I just didn't want this video to be very long, so I'll probably continue what I left off on my next video. And then if there's no questions, like I said, I'll ease my way into the guys. in the relationship status, I will have a quote for the boys. Girls, feel free to listen in. And I think it is better for the guys to watch the girl videos and girls watch the guy videos. So, over and out.